Dear younger self, stepping away from bedside will be the best thing that you will ever do. The constant call lights will end. The pre-shift anxiety will become a thing of the past. Stepping away from bedside will not make you less of a nurse. If anyone is like me, I knew that I could do it, but the question was always, how do you get there?
Hi, my name is Jada Ray, and in this video, I'm going to go through my step-by-step process or timeline of how I went from working night shift in the hospital to working day shift at home. Yes, that's right, remote nurse work. And before I get started, I just want to give a heads up that this video is not a one-size-fits-all plan. Now, if you do find something that resonates with you, please comment below because I am making this video to help other healthcare professionals out there that are experiencing that same burnout and that same kind of loss of zest for life that I was experiencing when I was working in the hospital. Now, am I saying that I'll never go back to working in the hospital? No. Am I saying that I'll never go back to working night shift? Cross my fingers, knock on wood, that I'll never have to do that again. But this video is to help other people out there because this change to working at home has been the change that I needed. Okay, so what's my story? Why did I even start looking for another job? And why am I even making this? What's my background? If I'm not a recruiter, I'm not a hiring manager, I'm just doing this just to help somebody out there. So myth number one that I often hear now that I tell people that I work from home is that, you need to have 5 to 6 years of RN experience before you can get any job working at home. I don't think that's necessarily true. Some people that are new grads, they get a job working from home. They often have some sort of other experience, other type of work experience. But I don't think that you need to have 5 to 6 years of registered nurse experience. For example, me, I only had about 2.5 years of RN experience before I picked up this gig. But overall, I've had about 6 years of healthcare experience in general, from like the military medic background to LPN to finally RN. But there's always a but, right? But I went through this process that I'm about to share with you. So first, I got really burnt out. Like, I'm talking about probably clinically diagnosed depression without clinically diagnosing it. And my therapist, I was seeing a therapist at the time. We're not really going to go completely into that, but let's just say that she kept prescribing me dance. Like, you need to get out there to go dance. And you need to make sure that you are getting some sort of sleep. And instead of sugar, we need to make sure that you're eating protein. But that is not what this video is about. The first step that I took to leaving my previous role was starting to shadow shift. Yeah, it's kind of like going back into nursing school where you basically go to these different specialties and you learn from them, except you're learning as an experienced nurse. It's just a really good experience. So if you're interested in a certain specialty, I highly advise it. I took the initiative. This was not something that my hospital did, but I took the initiative to find the different hiring managers in the different areas, and I just sent them an email. If they say yes, they say yes. If they say no, they say no. But I sent them an email, let them know, hey, I currently work for the health system, and I would love to come in and shadow just to learn more about the specialty before I decide, if this is a specialty for me or if it's not exactly what I thought it was based off of YouTube videos and other people's experiences. So I did shadow or go in and learn about the OR, PACU, informatics, and cath lab. Out of those, my top 2 were. So ultimately, I decided not to go into these specialties. But one thing that I ended up doing was taking a step back and deciding that I need a break from the hospital environment. I need a change, right? So in order to make that change, let me spice up my resume. Now, I sent my resume to 2 or 3 travel agencies. I was looking for a specific hospital across the country to work at a specific pay rate, right? But I also wanted to spice up my resume just in case I don't get that specific hospital and that specific contract for a travel nurse contract. I threw away my old, pretty, like eye-catching resume because nowadays there is the applicant tracking system, ATS. So I needed an ATS friendly resume. I did so much research, and of course I used to write resumes in the past. So I had to update myself, and I updated my resume, and I just started sending it to people just in case that travel nurse contract did not work out. Now, the thing is, that travel nurse contract did work out, and they offered it to me. And I was like, whoa, this is really cool. All right, let's do this thing. But the thing is that while I was sending out the resumes to other places, just in case this one didn't work out, another job contacted me. Not just saying that this was the only one. Other ones did, like public health and PACU. But this other company was a remote only company. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. I thought you needed like 5 to 6 years. Of course, exactly what I said earlier. I thought you needed 5 to 6 years of experience as an RN in order to get one of these remote nurse jobs. You guys are contacting me? So I went ahead, I did the interview. I'm like, whatever, I'll just go ahead and do this interview. It was quick, easy, boom, ba da bum. And it's like, okay, well, that probably didn't work out, but whatever. Let me go ahead and get my stuff ready to do this travel nurse contract. I started getting my stuff ready to do this travel nurse contract, and boom, they offered me the job. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. Not only that, but I was also in the final round of an interview process with a local hospital here for a specific job that I also wanted. And it gave me like the schedule that I wanted too. So now I was like, oh crap, I got 3 things happening at the same time. I reached out to somebody at the time. I had a nurse career coach who was amazing because she would analyze the different jobs that I was applying for and seeing if it aligned with my long-term goals. So I reached out to her. I was like, hey, can we have a meeting? Because I am at a crossroads and I just need some sort of guidance. Please, I need somebody who has been in this atmosphere. So we talked and compared the different positions and decided that I need to prioritize my health, reduce my stress. I need to get sleep back because my long-term goal was to figure out which career direction I need to go into, because I still wanted to go into some sort of health tech or some sort of health data, but I just didn't have the mental energy to take these classes at this time. So the local job, that one didn't come through. I obviously had the remote and the travel. The travel job was at night, and I was having a hard time finding like a place to stay. So I decided to go ahead and go after the remote nurse position. I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. Like, oh my God, this is the final step in my whole career. Obviously, like what I just said, that I chose it for a specific reason. It does give me that time to sleep. So the schedule's like 9 to 5:30. And it is a lot less stressful. You're going to have a learning curve in whatever job you do, unless it's a job that is very similar to something that you have done before. And as far as which specific jobs or remote jobs you should apply to something that you have some sort of experience that you can, transfer your current skills into those skills, because remote work is still work. Even though you're working at home, it still works. So if you have skills in case management, go ahead and apply to case management jobs. If you have skills in like ER, like just different things, apply to jobs that can relate to you. Now, more on that is going to be in a document that I'll create. I'll make it pretty, I'll make it lively, and I'll leave a link below to that document. It's going to be free. Now, if you want help with your resumes, I'll also create different templates that will be ATS or applicant tracking system friendly that can help you get into that remote nurse role that you really, really want. The only thing is that you have to put in that effort, right? I didn't just get it handed to me. You have to put in that effort. Go ahead and search, look for what you want, decide what you need in a job, and go after it. There are different programs out there, and I will put those into the pretty little document too. Anyway, I wish you all the best. And while yes, I said that I'm not lucky, it does take a little bit of luck to get a remote job. And apply early. I'll leave some more tips in that document. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll leave some more tips in that document, and you guys can take it at your leisure and boop, bada bing, bada boom. Get yourself that remote nurse role and get your standing desk and treadmill ready, because you are going to be working like only a few feet away from your bed. Yes. Good luck out there. Bye.